Let's be honest for a second. If you're looking to start a business in Australia right now, you're probably exhausted. You look online, and it's just thousands of people fighting for scraps, trying to start the exact same dropshipping store, the exact same generic digital agency, or opening a local cafe that's just going to get absolutely crushed by rent and overheads. It feels impossible because you're playing in crowded sandpits that the big tech companies and generic online gurus want you to play in. It keeps you distracted. But while everyone is looking the wrong way and competing for likes, massive legislative changes, shifting demographics, and new government funding rules have quietly cracked open some incredibly lucrative gaps in the real economy. These aren't hypothetical tech startups. These are real, grounded, cash-flowing businesses that solve massive headaches for people and organizations who have the money to pay for them, and almost nobody is talking about them. Here are 15 untapped businesses making switched-on Australians rich right now. 1. Independent NDIS micro-providers. Let's start with something hiding in plain sight. The NDIS is massive, supporting over 600,000 Australians. But a lot of people don't realize that a huge chunk of participants are moving to self-managed plans. They are deliberately bypassing the big, clunky, bureaucratic care agencies to hire independent local people directly. This has opened up a massive market for solo operators to provide hyper-niche support, whether that's specialized mentoring, community access, or highly tailored domestic help. You don't need a massive corporate overhead to do this. If you have specific skills, a reliable vehicle, and genuine empathy, you can set your own roster at premium hourly rates, dictated by the official price guide. Your first step? Jump online and download the latest NDIA price guide to see exactly what services are being funded right now. 2. Strata Energy Decarbonization Consultants. If you've ever lived in an apartment, you know how much power those buildings chew through. Right now, state governments are aggressively expanding energy efficiency ratings, known as NDIS, to residential apartment blocks. Owners' corporations are panicking because they have to slash their carbon footprints, but strata committees have no idea how to actually do it. They desperately need independent consultants to come in, audit the communal energy use, figure out where to put solar panels, and manage EV charging setups in the basement. If you can read a commercial power bill and talk common sense to a strata committee, this B2B niche is wide open. Have a look at the neighbors registry online and see how many complexes in your suburb are completely unrated. 3. E-waste and lithium battery recovery. You can't just chuck an old phone or a busted e-bike battery into the red bin anymore. State governments have completely banned e-waste and lithium-ion batteries from traditional landfills, and businesses face massive fines if they get caught dumping them. The big waste companies often charge a fortune or make it too hard for small businesses to dispose of this stuff properly. This has created a brilliant opening for local, small-scale logistics businesses. You set up dedicated collection bins at local offices or bike shops, safely collect the hazardous tech, and charge a pickup fee before selling the bulk materials to industrial recyclers. Next time you're near a local industrial estate, notice how nobody is offering an easy drop-off point for this stuff. 4. Aged care home modifiers. Nobody wants to end up in a nursing home if they can avoid it. And frankly, the government doesn't want to pay for residential care either, if they can keep people safely at home. Because of this, there is a massive surge in government-funded home care packages, and a huge chunk of that money is specifically earmarked for home modifications. We're talking custom ramps, bathroom safety overhauls, and smart home monitoring. If you're a tradie, or you just know how to perfectly project manage trades, you can become an approved partner to organize these modifications. It's highly rewarding work, and the funding is already locked in. Check out the My Aged Care Capital Grant Guidelines to see what it takes to get on their approved list. 5. Deceased estate logistics. This is a sensitive one, but it solves a deeply overwhelming problem. Australia is currently going through a $3.5 trillion wealth transfer between generations. When someone passes away, families are left with an entire house full of a lifetime of possessions, and they are usually too heartbroken or too busy to deal with it. Specialized clearance operators step in and handle everything. They secure legal documents, organize professional valuations, manage the deep cleaning, and prep the house for the real estate agent, all while working directly alongside the estate lawyers. It takes incredible emotional intelligence and organization, but it is a premium service with massive demand. 6. Commercial food waste collectors councils are starting to get incredibly strict about what goes into the trash. Driven by a national push to halve food waste by 2030, local governments are forcing restaurants, cafes, and pubs to separate their organics. The problem? The massive, standard waste trucks are too expensive or too infrequent for a small cafe. Local, route-based operators are making a killing by simply giving hospitality venues specialized bins and collecting their organic waste frequently, turning it into high-grade compost. Walk down your local dining strip tonight and look at the bins. If they're overflowing with food scraps, there is money to be made on that street. 7. AI automation setup for tradies. We all know a brilliant local plumber, sparky, or builder who is incredible on the tools, but absolutely drowning in late nights doing paperwork. They hate it, and they're constantly stressed about the ATO. Right now, there is a gold rush for local tech-savvy people to build dead simple AI automations for these businesses. You don't need to be a coder. Using basic no-code tools, you can set up systems that automatically reply to quote requests, schedule the jobs, and follow up on unpaid invoices. You give them their weekends back, and they pay you a monthly retainer. Offer to fix one local tradie's invoicing workflow for free to get your first case study. 8. Native foods cultivation. High-end restaurants, boutique distillers, and global skincare brands are screaming for Australian native ingredients. Things like wattle seed, kakadu plum, and lemon myrtle. The demand has completely outstripped what our current commercial farms can actually supply. They are paying huge premiums to anyone who can provide a reliable, sustainable crop. You don't need a 1,000-acre cattle station for this. Micro-cultivators with small regional plots or even large suburban blocks are building highly profitable supply chains. 9. Part-time SME compliance officers. The rules for running a business are getting terrifyingly strict. With massive updates to the Privacy Act and heavy crackdowns from ASIC, small business owners are terrified of getting hit with devastating fines for a data breach or a compliance failure. But a local marketing agency or an accounting firm can't afford to hire a full-time, $150,000 a year legal officer. Enter the fractional compliance officer. You come in for just a few days a month on a retainer, audit their data storage, update their staff policies, and make sure they won't get sued. If you've got a corporate background in governance or risk, this is the easiest pivot of your life. 10. Specialist NDIS property managers. You've probably heard of NDIS property investing, specifically Specialist Disability Accommodation, SDA. These houses offer incredibly high, government-backed rental yields. The catch? Standard real estate agents are absolutely clueless on how to manage them. They don't have the systems to handle the strict NDIS quality and Safeguards Commission compliance, and they don't know how to coordinate with care providers. Specialized SDA property managers step into this void and charge premium management fees because they actually understand the red tape. If you work in real estate and you're sick of the low margins of standard rentals, read up on SDA provider registration. 11. Secondary dwelling expediters. State governments in places like New South Wales, WA, and Queensland are practically begging people to build granny flats to help fix the housing crisis. They've slashed the red tape, but everyday homeowners are still terrified of the process. They don't understand council portals, private certifiers, or how to wrangle a builder. If you are organized and not intimidated by a local council's development control plan, you can act as an independent expediter. You hold the homeowner's hand, manage the paperwork, hire the right people, and get the build approved, taking a solid project fee for taking away their headache. 12. E-bike battery repair specialists. Take a look around your local suburb. It is swarming with e-bikes and e-scooters. The sales have exploded, but the repair infrastructure hasn't. We are now hitting a mechanical bottleneck where thousands of aging lithium-ion batteries are degrading, and the ACC is issuing serious safety warnings about fire risks. Consumers and commercial delivery riders desperately need certified technicians who can safely diagnose a failing battery, rebuild the cells, and get them back on the road safely. If you have an electrical trade background, this specialized workshop model has practically zero local competition. 13. Cybersecurity auditors for local clinics. Your local GP, dentist, or physio is sitting on a goldmine of highly sensitive personal data. The government knows this, which is why new digital health mandates require these private clinics to massively upgrade their cybersecurity. But again, a suburban dentist can't afford an IT department. They need independent auditors to come in, secure their patient records, verify their MyGov links, and ensure their Wi-Fi isn't going to leak thousands of medical files. If you have basic network security knowledge, local healthcare is an incredibly lucrative, completely recession-proof client base. 14. Premium pet transport. We treat our pets like our kids. Australians spend well over $30 billion a year on their animals, and the demand for premium services is through the roof. But if you need to transport a highly valuable breeder dog interstate, or safely move a pet across the city to a specialist vet, standard couriers will flat out refuse to take them. Boutique pet logistics businesses are filling this gap. With a climate-controlled van and a highly professional setup, you can offer vet-to-door transit, regional relocations, and scheduled daycare runs for busy professionals. Ask your local premium vet clinic who they recommend for transport, and you'll see how undersupplied this is. 15. Digital legacy executors. When someone passes away, the traditional lawyers handle the house and the bank accounts. But what happens to their online life? Their crypto wallets, their cloud storage full of family photos, their social media, their MyGov account, their subscriptions. Standard conveyances don't touch this. It leaves families completely locked out and distressed. A digital executor provides a highly specialized service to legally, securely, and respectfully close down or recover the digital footprint of a loved one. If you are highly tech literate and deeply organized, this is the ultimate modern administrative service. Look, building a profitable business today doesn't mean you have to invent the next big app or go viral on TikTok. It just means finding the friction points in our economy where new rules or massive life events have created a problem that needs fixing. Your best move right now is to pick just one of these models that matches your background, open up the relevant government or council website, and spend 20 minutes understanding the basic rules. The people who actually make money are the ones who stop scrolling and start reading the fine print. If you want to keep cutting through the noise and finding out where the real money is moving in Australia, subscribe to the channel and I'll see you in the next one.